Back in 2021, Major League Baseball designated June 2nd as Lou Gehrig Day, ALS Awareness Night here at Citizens Bank Park. It's sponsored by Osplund, and there's so many activities that surround Lou Gehrig's disease. On this day, Major League Baseball gets the word out all around the stadiums and throughout social media and everywhere you turn. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Ruben Amaro Jr. The number 4 hangs behind us. It's significant because this is Lou Gehrig Day in Major League Baseball. And it's significant that it's June 2nd because it's the day that Lou Gehrig passed away, June 2nd, 1941. But it's also the day he made his Major League debut, June 2nd, 1923. It was a debut, Ruben, that gave us one of the greatest players in baseball history.
I mean, his legend is it transcends time, and the fact that he was actually sort of overshadowed somewhat by Babe Ruth during that time. But his legend, as I said, will never be forgotten, and is someone that continues to make a huge impact on Major League Baseball.
Diagnosed with what is now Lou Gehrig's disease in June of 1939, our Rally House quote of the game is the day that the Yankees honored him.
For the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad brag. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. But I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.
And his name lives on even to this day. One, because he was one of the greatest players in the history of Major League Baseball. But because of his plight, Major League Baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies, of course, and everybody else around this great game tries to shine a light and also raise some money. MLBtogether.com/4, the number 4, ALS is where you can find more information. And we will continue to show it throughout the course of tonight's game. Vasquez against Nola. The Padres saw Aaron last week. The Phillies saw Vasquez last week. We'll talk about these two cool cats when we return.
Game.com.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota Corolla is the best-selling nameplate of all time. It has 4 models under $25,000. Visit Toyota.com to get your 2026 Toyota Corolla today. By Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Matchup for tonight's ball game. It's Aaron Nola on the mound. He's on to your right. This is his 12th start, 3-4, 5.72 ERA. Randy Vasquez, meanwhile, his 12th start, a 3.28 ERA. The start of his year was better than what the last couple of outings have been, including his start against the Phillies out in San Diego. Now, he only gave up solo home runs, but he gave up 3 very fast solo home runs. Our giant home run replay, we revisit it.
Yeah, the boys swung the bats well against Vasquez last time. 11 hard-hit balls in that game. They didn't only score, 3 or 4 runs against them, but these balls were absolutely crushed. And this is a guy that if he struggles at times not hitting his spots, and hopefully the Phillies can take advantage, and those were your giant home run replays.
8 home runs so far this season. Hopefully DJ Schwartz and everybody else has their swing on tonight. The Phillies, they haven't homered here in a little bit of time. Let's brush our teeth, make our breath fresh, and see lineups at first pitch when we get back. Overest alert weather, the most accurate forecast 10 years in a row. 76 degrees, beautiful day today here in South Philadelphia and around the Delaware Valley. Phillies have taken the field. Aaron Nola is out on the hill, getting ready to warm up and get set for this matchup against the Padres. Ruben, our goals for the series brought to you by Planet Fitness.
Yeah, no doubt they have to start scoring a little bit more than 4 runs a game. It's been quite some time that they've done that. So they got to slow down. Fernando Tatis Jr., that young man has been on fire as of late after a really slow start. And You know, it'd be great to keep Mason Miller from actually leaving the pen and the pitching on this CBP mound. He's been outstanding this year, but they did a good job of keeping him off the mound out there in San Diego.
Yeah, he warmed up a couple times, but never did get out there. Aaron Nola, who pitched well in his last outing against the Padres. He and his wife Hunter welcomed their second child this past weekend. He was on paternity leave. This is his 12th start, a 5.72 ERA. StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud, will give us a look at some of his stuff, but this is what he did in his last outing. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs.
Yeah, the thing that I really liked about watching him pitch was his life on his fastball and the break of his breaking ball. He had an excellent downer 12-6. He kept them off balance, and he threw that breaking ball about 50% of the time. If something had to change with the way that he had been pitching, and he made a pretty significant change. You see the StatCast powered by Google Cloud, and his arsenal this year. See 33% knuckle curve. Well, last time it was 49%, and you see he's had a lot of success on that knuckle curve with some really soft contact.
Oh, here we go. Game 1 of this 3-game series. It's a 6-game homestand. The Phillies have not played well here at Citizens Bank Park. 14-16, and the first pitch is brought to you by Carrier. Turn to the experts. Now that first pitch is right in there for a strike, and it's 0-1, so we are underway. Tatis hitting .266. He had 5 hits, including his first home run of the season against the Nationals. This is a Padres team that has lost 6 of 7 and 8 of 12. Phillies have struggled offensively in May, or did struggle in May, but still won games. The Padres, not so much. Curved ball in there, 1-2.
Been encouraging for Fernando Tatis and the Padres, because he has actually been one of the guys that have been swinging the bats well. They have not had a good offensive season at all, but he's 13 for 29 over his last 7 games.
The 1-2 pitch just missed. Garrett Stubbs held it there. I know if everybody saw the box, we don't see the box when we're watching the game, but I know folks at home saw it. It was off the plate. 2-2. See the difference, home and road. Line drive out to left field. Marsh going back. It's over his head, and it's off the Xfinity sign. Tatis going to second. He'll get there. Now that's his 7th double of the year. Well, Ruben mentioned he was hot. He has 5 multi-hit games in his last 7. And even though he's not leaving the yard consistently, he's getting on base.
Well, this is what Aaron Nola did not do in his last outing against the Padres. Did not leave any of those breaking balls up in the zone, but he's had some trouble here at CBP this season, being able to keep the ball down. Not sure whether it's a mechanical thing or what, but he's got to make sure he works down in the zone.
Here's Gavin Sheets playing first base tonight. And he's swinging at the first pitch, and he fouls it. Sheets was 1 for 7 the last time these two teams faced off. Outside corner, 0-2. Padres are 6 games over 500. But they're all of a sudden 5 games back, 5.5 games back behind the Dodgers.
And the D-backs are playing really good baseball too, so they've become sort of part of the mix there here in the NL West.
Yeah, Arenado's having some kind of a resurgence. 1-2 to Sheets. Broke his bat as he spins this one foul. It remains a 1-2. Right off the end.
Yeah, Aaron took a little bit more off of that breaking ball, and I guess luckily for Sheets, he got a little bit of a piece of it. He was way out front.
You get this guy, if you're a right-handed pitcher, then you've done some good work, because most of his damage is against right-handed pitching. Popped up. Left side of the infield, Alec Bohm down on the grass. He makes the catch. The rest of the Padres lineup brought to you by Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Craig Stammen's lineup has Machado up now. And then Andujar, Merrill Bogarts, Jace Bowen wearing number 4.
How about
just
that?
Called up by the Padres.
And that Padres offense ranking basically at the bottom of all of baseball in so many different categories. Both of these clubs struggling offensively, obviously, and two teams that have a lot of players who've had a lot of success over the course of their careers, but neither team really swinging the bat, particularly this guy.
Yeah, his month of May was not good. A 109 batting average during May. He's hit 2 home runs in the last week, and one of them was against the Phillies. Thought he had a couple more in the game against Christopher Sanchez, but it didn't come to fruition. 0-1. Spun out toward right. Stott on the run and makes the catch. What a play. Well, he showed great range and great poise. Wow.
Yeah, Stott, it really is outstanding on the balls over his head in the air, and this is a skill set. I mean, there's a lot of guys who do struggle with these plays, and this was kind of a funky one because see Wirecam picking this up from Comcast Business. Great job of him staying on this ball because it was hit off the very tip of the bat with a lot of spin to it, and you know, the wind kind of gusting around. Nice play by Bryson Stott.
Andujar, and this is really what the problems were last week for the Padres. They were 0 for 32. Well, hold on, let me fix that. 0 for 33 with runners in scoring position. When the Phillies saw them, they were in that run. 0 for 33. Wow. Pitch was a ball. Catcher is challenging. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It was a strike.
Boy, Stubby.
Yeah, he's now.
It's over half the ball.
Yeah. Garrett's now 2 for 3 in save opportunities. Or, I mean, excuse me, in challenge opportunities.
Well, it's sort of a save.
It is a save, yeah. And Andujar fouls it away.
Now, the one thing that I really liked about Nola is his last down against the Padres is the fastball had really good life to it, good movement. That pitch was a pitch he got away with. It was out over the plate a little bit too much, and he wanted it in. Hopefully he makes that adjustment.
Ground ball over to third. Bohm's got it. Tatis is dancing. He doesn't need to. Across the diamond in time. And the Padres pick up offensively where they left off last week. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Lineup brought to you by Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. So Schwarber continues to lead it off for the Phils. Then Turner and Harper. They've kind of mixed up the bottom of the order. Crawford moves up to 7. Garcia 8. And then Stubbs for JT Realmuto in the 9 spot. JT was not going to play today anyway. Stubbs was going to catch for Aaron Nola on the mound, so the wrist is one thing, but he was going to be off today anyway. He should be back tomorrow, he should be back tomorrow. That's what the Phillies are hoping.
Yeah, and Stubby really hasn't had an opportunity to catch all that much lately, so it's good for him to get back out there.
Pitch upstairs. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Schwarber. Vasquez on the year 5-3. He was 2-3 in May with an ERA of nearly 4. His numbers are definitely better on the road than at home, which is weird because it's not a bad ballpark for a right-hander.
Right.
Way out in front, 2-2.
See some of this infield alignment. They're obviously thinking that Schwarber is going to be pulling the ball both in the outfield and in the infield. Machado basically at the shortstop position. And they're probably right. I mean, they're not. Schwarber's not hitting a whole lot of balls to the left side of the field.
2-2. Popped up outside of first. Sheets gives it a look, and it's back into the seats. Pretty good ways.
Had I not watched the game the last time Vasquez pitched, and you told me we had 3 home runs against this guy, I thought that Schwarber would be one of the guys who hit him. It was Harper, JT, and Turner who got him.
Swing and a miss. Red Schwarber is down on strikes, 1 out. And now Turner.
And this is a slower breaking ball. He'll throw a whole ton of breaking pitches. This guy has 7 offerings. That's right, folks. 7 of them. You talk about the kitchen sink.
Trey takes upstairs. Trey had 2 home runs in the Padres series, one of them against Vasquez. Hitting .223. One ball, 1 strike.
Again, with all those offerings, you're basically just looking for a spot in the zone where you're not trying to guess with the pitches. You're just looking for a pitch that's a hittable pitch in your strike zone. And now with 2 strikes, you're just trying to put it in play and make something happen.
And a strike 3 call. No challenge from Trey. That may have been out of the box, but it's the 2nd strikeout. All right, take a look. Trey's 1 for 7 in challenges this year.
And Trey's sort of really struggled with that pitch down and away as of late. He's not really seeing it all that well. That pitch may be down, but I don't think he wanted to use one of those challenges this early.
That may have been it. Harper takes a strike. It's 0-1. Harp was 1 for 9 against the Padres. Good career numbers against San Diego. .282 with 17 home runs. But I guess you can kind of say that about him with a lot of teams. It has been 29 innings since the Phillies' last home run here at Citizens Bank Park.
That's really hard to imagine.
It was Edmundo Sosa in the 6th inning on the 18th of May. Fly ball, left center field. It's not deep. Bowen is in, so is Merrill, and Merrill makes the call on the catch. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. We're on to the 2nd here at CBP. Nice little tribute the Phillies just paid to Nick Castellanos in between innings. He tipped his cap to the fans. He'll probably be in the lineup tomorrow. He's only played in 1 game so far on this road trip. Carrier turned to the experts. The highest chase percentage of the knuckle curve. Aaron Nola is ahead of Zach Gallen and Joe Ryan for the highest chase in Major League Baseball. Well, he certainly used that in the 1st inning as he gave up the leadoff double, which was hanging in the plate, middle of the plate. But then after that, a pop up to 3rd, a pop up to 2nd, and a ground ball to 3rd. And the Padres are now 0 for their last 23 against the Phillies with runners in scoring position.
Amazing.
Swing and a miss, 1-1 by Merrill.
It still is one of the more effective pitches in baseball, and it's got tremendous spin. And I mean, you know, these players, they know they're going to get one during the course of their at bat, but it's still a super effective pitch.
See the opposition hitting 198 against that pitch.
And it's one of the reasons why he's gone to it a little bit more over the last couple of outings. I mean, got to kind of spin it as much as you can and see if how it goes.
Ground ball over to first. Bryce Harper has it. He'll flip to Aaron covering. 3-1 on the putout. Phillies defense brought to you by Car Shields. Marsh, Crawford, and Garcia. Crawford said today that he would have been more hurt on that catch in center field in Los Angeles if he had dropped the ball. But because he caught it, it didn't hurt.
I mean, it was a tremendous play, and one of the most difficult plays you have to make as an outfielder is to make a play directly over your head, particularly in center field. And well, he's getting better and better out there on those particular plays.
Xander Bogaerts the batter. He takes strike one. Noah painting on that one. It is appropriate that Aaron Nola is pitching on Lou Gehrig Day, June 2nd. Lou Gehrig Day was implemented by Major League Baseball in 2021, and Aaron, through his foundation that he and Hunter have put together, have raised a whole lot of money for a lot of different people, but he partners with the ALS Association. He's raised over $350,000 during his time as a Major League player. And that pitch just missed. Here's Stubbs challenging a second one.
The pitcher's called the ball. Catcher his challenge.
He should win this one. He's 31-1.
I mean, he went up to throw that ball around because he thought it was a strike, and it certainly was.
Ball to return. The batter is out. Philadelphia retains the challenge.
So the Phillies still have their 2 challenges.
It's a great sign. That's a really important pitch there for Aaron Nola. That glove side comeback fastball. It's, I guess they call it a four-seamer, but it has so much life to it. It kind of runs back. It's a really almost an unhittable pitch when he's hitting that corner for right-handers.
Well, here's Jace Bowen making his debut. He takes a strike 0-1. Well, getting back to Aaron and pitching on Lou Gehrig Day, Aaron's uncle, Alan Andres, passed away in 2021 at the age of 74 after a 6-year battle with Lou Gehrig's disease. Swing and a miss. Alan and his wife Maureen, they were fixtures at Aaron and Austin's LSU games. He was diagnosed, Alan was, in 2015, and Aaron has talked often about the impact that ALS has had on his life and on the lives of his family as well. And he just picks up a strikeout for the second strikeout of the game. We have completed 1.5. We're on to the bottom of the second. Comcast Business, all in connection and protection your small business can rely on. No one does business like Comcast Business. Beautiful night as the Phillies open up this 6-game homestand. Working on a win, brought to you by Home Depot. Don Mattingly's team, 18-10. He's talking about that on national TV right now with Brendan Burke and Ron Darling. He said, yeah, we're 18-10 in the month of May. Tom and Ruben are talking about it right now. I don't know if you guys have this graphic or not. Brandon Marsh leads it off and fouls it back.
I mean, this weather makes it feel like hitting season. I'd like to see the Phillies take advantage of that. I know the wind's sort of gusting around the ballpark a little bit today, but I'd like to see them drive some balls for a change.
Yeah, in honor of the great Charlie Manuel, who was here with his wife Missy watching the game with Larry Boa and Patty Boa.
Great to see him here. Had a nice chat with Charlie. He's in great spirits, man. He's doing great.
Inside, 1-2. Line drive out to center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Brandon Marsh has the first hit of the day for the Phils. Alec Bohm coming up. Bet365 gives us the odds for Alec to hit a home run in today's game. Alec had 2 hits, including a home run in the Dodgers series. Phillies didn't manage a whole lot of offense. They did win one, and they finished 4-2 on the West Coast trip. But they have not scored more than 4 runs in 11 straight games. That was the last time they homered, actually. Outside.
Yeah, that's a tough stat to swallow with this ball club. It should be a more explosive team without question, and got a whole lot of guys who are sort of struggling right now.
Just a bit low, and it's 2-1. Well, since the that May 18th game, May 19th, that area, Phillies are averaging 2.36 runs per game. Fouled away. Here you go. Look at this. 26 total runs. 152 with runners in scoring position. That's 29th, and the team they're facing is last at 121.
I got to believe that those numbers aren't that dissimilar from the other side, the other dugout here.
That's what I mean. Look at 121 average with runners in scoring position.
It's unbelievable. For a team, for both teams with accomplished, major league hitters who've had a lot of success over the years. Startling.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Marsh leads off first. He does not go. Pitch is lined out to right center field. On the run is Tatis. He'll get there. It just kind of died and sliced back toward the right fielder.
Yeah, Tatis, outstanding shortstop, second baseman, and really like a platinum glove right fielder. I mean, he's outstanding out there. This ball's hit really well. At first, you thought it might be headed with a gap. He had a heck of a jump on it. He corralled it very easily.
Over.
I will say that is a good sign for Alec Bohm, though. I mean, smoking that ball to right center field, that's sort of where his money is and where he has his most success. So something to build on.
Outside corner, 0-1. Tops it.
Now, Vasquez is a guy that you can run on. Now, he'll mix up his cadence and sometimes his times, but he has a longer leg kick that if you hit it right, I mean, you can steal a bag on this guy. And the way the Phillies are swinging it, I mean, I'd like to see these guys try to push the envelope on the base paths.
It's fouled back. Yeah, you've got the Padres catchers. They have Duran, who's their backup, but the catchers as a whole have thrown out. They've been top 3 in throwing guys out this entire year. Maybe that is part of the reason why they haven't moved, but you're right about Vasquez. You can probably move on him.
But the reality of it is that you're not necessarily running on the catchers. I mean, unless they're drastically poor, and not a lot of really terrible throwers in the major leagues at this point. You're stealing the base off the pitcher. That's the art of it.
Popped up. It should be out of play.
I don't know if Manny Machado could have made that play. He's playing all the way over there in the shortstop position on Stott as well.
Yeah, he had a long way to go.
Yeah, he sure did. That's the player that I'm most surprised about in this the slow start for the season. I mean, this is a Hall of Fame type level player who's really struggled.
Yeah, particularly in the month of May. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. There's Machado.
And then Vasquez doesn't have a great move either. I mean, this is a guy I get in the gates with. Get your engines going, pal.
Yeah, it's not a huge lead for Brandon, although he's leading out toward the outfield. Inside, 2-2.
Yeah, it just feels, it almost seems like he's not feeling all that comfortable on the base pass. And there are times when guys just don't feel right. You know, I mean, stealing bases is an art form, and it's a, you know, it's something that you have to have a rhythm for as well.
Another one fouled off. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Served the other way, foul.
Well, that ball girl was on a dead sprint. She grabbed that stool and she was flying down the left field line. What a reaction. He was moving, Tom.
Got to get out of the way. Way inside, 3-2.
Now he's got to go, I think.
4 for 6 this year. Little whisper from Paco.
Terrific at bat here from Bryson Stott. See if he can finish it off with a double in the gap.
He goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second base is into right center field. Marsh didn't realize it. That was a terrible throw.
Sure was. I don't think he had the grip on the baseball here, and he got a very big jump. And like I said, I mean, Vasquez is super, super long to the plate. Look at that high leg kick. He launched that throw. I think he got a chance to see where the ball was going, so it could not advance. Got runner in scoring position, though, at least at this stage.
And it brings Crawford up, who's got a light hitting streak right now. 3 games. Takes upstairs. It's 1-0. 1 for 10 against the Padres. Pretty good rip.
Good swing.
Hefty workload. This will be the 25th pitch. That one's out toward right center field. On the run is Merrill, and he got there. It just hung up there for him, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit. Phillies leave one in scoring position, and we're on to the 3rd. Venture mobile provider with better coverage and bigger savings with Xfinity Mobile, and get Wi-Fi plus 5G that won't strike out. Xfinity. Imagine that. On a breezy, beautiful night here in South Philadelphia, Phillies and the Padres are scoreless, as Sung Moon Song will lead things off. For the Padres, we did not see him last week in San Diego. He was 0 for 2 with a walk against Washington. As you see, Nola's numbers in the regular season against the Padres, 4-4, 3.24 ERA. And a first pitch in there for a strike. He's throwing strikes. I mean, it's 27 pitches, 21 strikes.
Great ratio.
And nothing's in the middle of the plate.
No.
Well, except for the Tatis one. That was it.
Craig Stammen, the manager of the Padres, going with a lot of left-handers. I mean, obviously Nola, his splits, left-handers having some success against Nola, and it's been a little bit of a bugaboo for him. Trying to fill it up with another lefty in this hitter.
1-2. Song hit .340 and .315 in each of his last 2 years in Korea. Played for 2 different teams during his career in Korea. The 1-2 pitch coming. Curveball, swatted foul. Aaron's got 2 strikeouts. Another one fouled off.
I don't really like typically when Nola elevates his fastball, but if he elevates it there high enough, and that was the right spot for it, he can get guys to chase. If he brings it down a little bit, that's where it gets real dangerous for him.
That was up near his shoulders. Well, he's tried everything except that, well, there's the cutter with the 5th pitch. I wonder if he would go with that. They're going to set up outside. And he slaps it out toward left. Here comes Marsh, and he makes the sliding grab. He lost him in the exchange. And one away here in the 3rd. Our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Just a superb jump on this ball. I didn't think it was good. I thought it was going to drop because the wind is blowing in, but great job and staying with it. And then, as you said, he drops it on the exchange, and that is going to be your Hyundai defensive play of the game. And the crowd's fired up for him and left.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Great shot.
So here's Freddie Fermin. First pitch outside, 1-0. Ruben, we received news earlier today that really kicks you in the gut that James Rollins, the father of Jimmy Rollins, passed away yesterday. He was such a great soul. He and his wife Gigi were always at games out in the West Coast. They find their way here to Philadelphia. You want to talk about where leadership begins. Leadership begins in the home. And for James and Gigi, their leadership was incredible for the development of Antoine, Jimmy's brother, and Shay, Jimmy's sister, and everybody else in the Rollins family. Gigi was outgoing. She was effervescent. James was an unbelievably nice person, but was sort of quiet in the background, but always did things to get the boys and Shay ready for their athletic events. And we want to send our condolences to Jimmy, of course, and Gigi and the entire Rollins family. We are fortunate that we get a chance to meet the families of the players and get to know them while their journey, their son's journey through the major leagues, continues. And he was as good a person as you will find, James Rollins.
Sure was, and just an awful loss, and someone that I've gotten a chance to know over the years, obviously knowing the family. And you judge people on how you're treated and how they treat people, and the way that his Jimmy Jr. talked about Senior.
Yeah,
it was really special. Always like with a gleam in his eye. Jimmy used to talk about his dad as his mentor.
Good athlete too.
And yeah, great athlete. And just the way he spoke about him, just a super person, always with a smile on his face. Gigi, like you said, much more personality as far as being outgoing. But James Sr., just a wonderful, wonderful man. God bless the Rollins family.
Yeah.
Terrible loss.
Yeah, it was something that I think caught us all off guard when we heard today. And Jimmy is such a good friend of all of ours, such a good friend of Philadelphia, that we obviously want to send out a huge, giant Philadelphia hug to Jimmy and the entire family, because we know this is a very difficult time to Jimmy's 3 girls. Tatis hits one back toward the middle and past the diving Bryson Stott. 2 outs and 2 hits now for Tatis. I remember, Gigi played softball, but there's always these videos of James hitting ground balls and all these different things.
Yeah. Doing drills with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read stories today where he was a wrestler and he was a weightlifter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never knew that part of it.
He's a super lean guy, weightlifter.
Super lean. Well, you knew Jimmy had power. Got it from somewhere.
Yeah. That's strong base.
Yep. I always remember James's smile, like in the background.
Yeah.
This little smile.
Always, almost always with us. I don't remember him without one.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike. Devin Sheets popped out to third in his first at bat. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Aaron's really got that breaking ball working now after he spun that one to Tatis, the first hitter of the game. He's really spun off some very good ones with some deep dive to him.
Tatis has stolen 14 bases. You wonder if he'd think about it here. He took a huge step, huge crossover step, but did not go.
Yeah, Aaron's done a much better job over the last several years of sort of mixing up his cadence, his slide step, different things to sort of disrupt the base runners, so it's not an automatic bag when guys are running. Give Garrett Stubbs a shot at him.
Fly ball, right field, hit well. Garcia's back. He turns, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Sheets, his 10th of the year. He just got out front of it and powered it into the seats. Now the Padres take a 2-0 lead here in the third.
Yeah, Sheets, basically all of his RBIs and all of his home runs off right-handers. He's a significant platoon split guy. He gets that breaking ball. He's out front of it a little bit. It just stays up long enough. It was the outside part of the plate. Was not a terrible pitch, but stays on it long enough, and he's so strong. He just kind of flicks his wrists at it, and I think the wind is sort of carrying out there to right. Picks up a home run for the Padres.
Well, it's 11 home runs now allowed by Aaron. And Machado, the batter, and he fouls it back. Well, I guess the key is if you're the Padres, just don't get anybody in scoring position.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Tatis is, sort of mimicking his swing, how he got it out front and kind of lifted it out of the yard. 1-2.
I mean, what started off as just an innocuous inning. Nice play by Marsh and left to punch out on a couple of really good pitches against Fermin and sort of made him look silly, and then base hit home run. mean, he's pumping it up there 93, 94.
Yeah.
That's good velocity and good life on his fastball. So that's a good sign. But any small little mistake that Aaron Nola seems to be costly for him.
Yeah, that one there, 94 on the sinker. Yeah, the home run came off a knuckle curve. That was just got too much of the plate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it didn't have enough dive there at the end. I know he wanted to throw it back door, which he did, but he just didn't get it down enough.
Swing and a miss. That one he did. And the side is retired. 4 strikeouts for Aaron. However, he gave up his 11th home run of the season, and the Padres have taken a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. To you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery, visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. On this Lou Gehrig Day, 2026, this day was implemented in 2021 by Major League Baseball. And it's to help raise money to battle this insidious disease. As Adolis Garcia leads it off and takes a strike, it's 0-1. You know, the Phillies, we've mentioned this, they've had a relationship with the ALS chapter here in the Philadelphia area for over 40 years. You know, tonight they had the ALS lineup of courage that was out in front of the dugout. Osplund, the tree experts, they donated $415,000 tonight. The Phillies have raised more than $20 million since adopting ALS as their main charity in 1984. Kyle Schwarber was taking some photos with the ALS lineup of courage. Such an inspiration, all of the folks. 2-2 out to center field, right at Merrill. And he makes the catch.
And that was all started by Bill Giles.
Yeah,
Bill and Nancy.
Yep.
Bill and Nancy. They started. David Montgomery continuing that. David and Lynn, and long-term relationship with that Philadelphia chapter of ALS.
You know, we've talked about this over the years, as Garrett Stubbs is the batter. But Nancy, Bill's wife, and Malvina Charleston had a relationship, and Malvina's son, Alan Phillips, back in the 80s, was suffering from ALS. Now, he passed away in '84, and his wife, Ellen, who we love and has been such a fixture over the years with the ALS chapter.
Indeed.
She took over the local charity. Stubbs lifts that to center, not that deep. And it all started with a fashion show with the Phillies wives. Mike Schmidt talks about it all the time.
Of course.
The Phillies wives, they raised $28,000 in the first event. And then after that, we would do an event every year. And it was amazing here at the ballpark.
And tons of people came. It was just all types of activities here. Really, really fun. Obviously doing a lot of different other things for Phillies charities in this day and age.
Yeah, the Fantastic Auction is the main one.
Just so many great things that this organization does for the community.
Schwarber fouls it back, and it's 0-2. Tonight's 50-50. Proceeds will go to the ALS chapter. And we'll have the closeout of the Fantastic Auction as the night moves on. Fly ball to left field. Bowen is out there. He'll get his first put out as he puts that one away. It's just 10 pitches for a guy that threw a lot of pitches in the second. Not so many here in the third. Brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Moments ago, the Phillies honored our hometown hero. And it is Michael Knoll, a 911 dispatcher from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, who was diagnosed with ALS in November of 2024. And he was down on the field, honored just a few moments ago.
And God bless the families that are taking care of them. I mean, it's an insidious disease, but the families they're just delightful. Got a chance to meet them, so many of them over the years, and talk about caretakers.
Andujar fouls the first pitch, foul tips the first pitch, and it's 0-1. And by the way, we mentioned that that Asplund made that $450,000 donation. It's still growing in honor of Scott Asplund, the former chairman and CEO of Asplund for 42 years. Oh. That was before the ball game. He passed away in January at the age of 68 due to ALS-related complications. That's a company that's been around for almost 100 years. Outside, 1-2.
Really liking the sequencing I'm seeing from Aaron Nola. That sinker he threw prior that Andujar had that half swing at was as good a sinker as I've seen him throw, and that sinker curveball combination can be really good when he keeps it down. Sort of gotten a chance to talk to Nola about the catchers and how that they present their glove. You'll see Stubbs kind of hold his glove pretty pronounced and early, see him hold it there for a while so that he gets a good look at it. Obviously, throwing strikes and hitting his spots is super important for Nola, and I think the longer the catcher can hold that glove in that position to give him a really good look at the spot and the location where he wants to throw, I think that's going to help him a lot. He's talked about it. I know in this day and age, the catchers do move their gloves quite a bit just before the pitch is made.
High bounce to the third. Bohm gets his bearings and throws a little wide. Harper had to come off the bag to grab that one.
And not an easy play because Andujar does run well, and the ball's chopped off the plate basically, and Bohm's got to be quick with the release. Just a little bit of a high throw with a better throw probably gets him.
It is an infield hit. Only the second hit for Andujar against the Phils. Now Jackson Merrill.
You'll see that presentation of the glove from Garrett Stubbs. I mean, he's holding it nice and steady there for him.
And some pitchers don't care, right? Some pitchers
they don't care nearly as much, but I think for Aaron, I think that's an important element of his ability to hit his spots.
Just the visualization to look at it and see it.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys who actually keeps his eyes on the plate, and he wants to make sure that he has a really good spot to target.
Up and in, 2-2. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second base on one hop. He is safe at second. Andujar made the signal, the save signal. Merrill's down on strikes.
Andujar got a very good jump and a high leg lift on that breaking ball and a heck of a throw on, and it's a tough pitch for Stubbs to throw on. Pretty darn close play. Nice pick there from from Turner, but Andujar was just too quick.
Inside to Bogarts. Bogarts struck out looking his first time up. Enters today's ball game with 1,871 career hits. 9 times in his major league career he's had 30 doubles or more. Guy's been a productive hitter for a long time.
Had the great fortune of being around him and being one of his first base coaches in Boston for a couple of years when he was there. One of the kindest young men I've ever been around. He was born and raised in Aruba, and he has always got a smile on his face, but never gets angry.
Out in front of a changeup, 1-2.
Pretty darn good shortstop for that organization for a long time. World Series champion.
Got him. Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts.
Again, another one of his outstanding breaking balls. I mean, this curveball is doing some serious biting. He's got some good forward velocity on it, too, so that's what makes it even more difficult for them to pick up. It looks like a fastball out of the hand, but then just breaks out of the zone.
Well, now Jace Bowen.
I have a feeling this guy's going to see a lot of breaking balls with the
yeah.
way he's swinging. I mean, it looks like he's trying to hit every ball out of the ballpark on every swing. Doesn't matter whether it's a 0-1 count, a 1-1 count, or an 0-2 count. He's hacking.
He had a good start this year in AAA. 13 home runs. Originally from the Pirates organization.
Well, El Paso is a nice place to hit. I will say that. The ball will travel there in El Paso. Aaron got away with one. That wasn't one of those breaking pitches or a little up in the zone.
Well, there you go. We mentioned that Padres 0 for 24 against the Phillies with runners in scoring position. Since May 22nd, they're hitting 127.
Let's keep that going.
1-2. Bowen was one of the last cuts by the Padres during spring training. Signed as a minor league free agent with the Padres after 6 years with the Buccos.
We were talking to Mark Grant before the game, and he said he had a heck of a spring. Always important to have good springs in case they have a need at the major league level. You never know. That's certainly what happened to this guy.
No, Aaron thought that got the corner. I think it was just off the plate.
Yeah, Aaron certainly thought that this ball came back enough to be a strike. Very rarely do you see Aaron Nola do that.
No, I'm with you. Swing and a miss. He got him. He struck out 3 in the inning. He has 7 strikeouts through 4. And he leaves another one in scoring position. A 21-pitch 4th inning, and now he needs a little offense in a 2-0 game. Is brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Oh, look how good that guy looks, huh?
That's Bake McBride's old number, man. One of my favorite players.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Shake and bake.
That's pretty sweet. Trey Turner leads it off. Turner struck out his last time up. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 2-0 Padres. 2-run home run by Gavin Sheets.
It doesn't make it any easier on the pitchers when they're not scoring a lot of runs, not getting a lot of run support. So any one mistake makes it feel like you're down, many more runs than just 2.
Opposite way, base hit it to right field. Well, that's a nice start.
Yeah.
Time now for our Stuff the Fans trivia question, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. In honor of Lou Gehrig Day, who holds the Phillies record for most consecutive games played? We've had a form of that question over the years. It's amazing to think that the leader right now in Major League Baseball is Matt Olson, and he's nowhere near Lou Gehrig. But guys just don't play every day.
I think
for consecutive years.
I think I got this one for a change.
I think you do too. 1-0 to Harper with a runner at first. We're wearing our end ALS t-shirts in Phillies colors, the maroon colors. I've sent it out on social media. The Cubs TV guy, Boog Shambi,
yep,
who's been a great friend for a long time.
Yep.
Has done a lot of fundraising over the years through his foundation to end ALS. And he, along with the folks at Obvious Shirts, which is a company in Chicago, every major league team has their own end ALS t-shirt.
Nice.
And all the money raised goes to the ALS research. So that's why we're wearing them tonight. Last year we wore, or maybe 2 years ago, we wore the shirts that Sarah Langs, that folks put together for Sarah Langs, who's just an amazing proponent of the sport of baseball, and so talented, and she's going through her own fight with ALS.
Yes.
But whatever you can do to help out, it's a great shirt. Whatever you can do to help out and raise money for this terrible disease is a great thing. Boog has done amazing work, like I said, and we can't thank him enough. And the Phillies fans, as we've said, we've sent these out on social media. Phillies fans have bought a lot of them, and it's great. The color's awesome. The maroon, little blue, and it doesn't mix with the other teams that have the red as their main color too.
Nice shirt for a tremendous cause.
Fly ball left center field. That's hit well. Going back is Merrill. It is gone, and we are all tied up. Bryce Harper to left center field. It's the first home run for the Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park in 32 innings. It's incredible. It's a 2-2 game.
I mean, and what a great sign here for the Phillies for Bryce Harper to drive the ball where he hit this. It was actually against the grain. The wind is sort of blowing left to right. And he smokes this breaking pitch. It was up in the zone. One of the few mistakes that Vasquez has made. And look at the balance and the power that he generated on that particular swing. One of the deepest parts of the ballpark, Oppo. And it's nice to see the Phillies finally get some hits.
It sure would. It sure is.
Let's keep that thing moving, that train moving.
Well, it's nice to see because Aaron's pitching so well. I mean, I know he gave up the 2-run home run, but Aaron's pitching well tonight. Marsh takes a strike, and it's 2-2. 419 feet for that home run for.
Man, that was an absolute bomb. And like I said, I think the wind probably even hurt it. I mean, this ball was hammered.
Stubbs is probably saying, I can do that.
Yeah, will you teach me how to do that, please?
Line drive, base hit it to right field. Marsh is 2 for 2. The guy who's third in the National League in hitting is climbing again. That's 3 straight hits for the Phillies.
Beautiful swing here. I mean, it's a fastball, stays in the middle of the plate, doesn't try to do too much, and this has sort of been patented Brandon Marsh. I mean, just nice and smooth through the zone, line drive, stroke. They're going to have a little chat with Mr. Vasquez. spinning some records there, you think?
Spinning some records. Harper's 18th career home run against the San Diego Padres. We said he has great numbers against a lot of teams. Padres are one of them. He's got his Ohio State Buckeyes headband on.
He didn't do as much damage in San Diego as he typically does, so I think it's time for him to sort of take it out on him here at CBP.
All right, so 3 straight hits for the Phils.
I don't think it's any coincidence. It's the second time through the lineup now. They've seen him, twice now in a week. I think the advantage starts to slide towards the hitter at this point.
Inside to Bohm. Popped up. Out to shallow right. Tatis says he has it. And he does. Slide into summer and make plans to visit CBP with a limited time flash sale. Tickets are at $25 for select games, including a matchup against the Mets. Act now and visit Phillies.com/flash sale before the sale ends on Wednesday, June 3rd at 11:59 p.m. or while supplies last. Those two guys are neck and neck as far as their all-time home runs. Harper has the edge right now. Bryce now with 377 home runs. That moves him into a tie with Jeff Kent and Norm Cash for 81st all-time.
Wow.
Schwarber, meanwhile, has 362. He's 91st. Ground ball to first. Sheets goes to second for one, and then the pause is in time. Well, Bryce with his 193rd career home run as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies has tied this baby up as we go to the fifth. Time now for our Miller Lite moment. And Ruben, we flash back. June 6, 2021. Trey Turner's at the plate, not for the Phillies. Christopher Sanchez on the mound. Uh-oh, the net came down. What is going on? I mean, it truly came down. Andy Rabel was like Spider-Man's biggest villain. They got the net back up, and they worked really hard to do that.
Is that Michael D?
Mike DiMuzio. Yep, Kevin Tedesco from Aramark. Everybody pitched in. Everybody pitched in that day.
That's the Phillies way.
Yep. Mike D is long since retired, but his memory and the vision of him will be lasting for a lot of folks. You'll always hear his voice in your head.
Oh, yeah. He used to call me Clubby because I started off as a bat boy and a clubby.
Did you mention that he started off on the ground screw?
That's right. He's a ground screw guy, yeah. But I had a lot of respect for him because he had about 50,000 years here.
He also refereed basketball. I think he still does basketball for a long time.
He also is not afraid to text us during the game from time to time.
Not afraid.
He has his thoughts about the game these days.
Yeah, but anyway, that was one of the weirdest days, the net coming down. The ball's over our head behind home plate. And I just remember everybody from the grounds crew to operations to Kevin Tedesco from Aramark. I mean, just everybody pitching in.
That's right.
To put the net back up. And as you said, it shows the teamwork of this organization. 1-2. The dirt 2-2.
So important to try to throw up a 0 here in this situation and try to get the Phillies back in to the dugout.
That's interesting.
And Jonathan Bolin throwing. I'm not all that surprised because I think that they're probably hopeful that Aaron can get through a couple of times through the lineup, and the third one through, then probably go to the bullpen.
Smoked foul.
And some of the numbers that he's had with the third time through the lineup have not been out, have not been great.
Yeah. Well, he's only about to throw his 80th pitch.
Yeah, and the ratio from strikes to balls is really good.
Swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts.
Well, he just tried to put that in play, didn't he?
Yeah, somewhere.
Some of these swings with 2 strikes are just... Look at that. I mean, you talk about not having a whole lot of balance to your swing. Foot coming out of there, kind of looks spinning like a top. Interesting.
Well, Freddie Fermin struck out his first time up. Whacks that foul. Padres got a 2-run home run in the 3rd. Phillies got a 2-run home run in the 4th. Their first home run here at the ballpark since the Cincinnati Reds series. Strange.
It is odd.
Obviously, they had home runs on the road. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's off the plate.
Michael D is reminding us that everybody chipped in that day except me and you. That's not nice.
Well, somebody had to describe it.
Right.
Because if we didn't say anything about it or show any footage of it, it never happened.
Exactly. Not nice, Michael.
We're the narrators, not the facilitators.
Although David Montgomery would be mad at us if we were available and not helping.
Very true. Line drive down the left field line, foul. Fly ball to right, not deep. Garcia back now in. Couple of 7-pitch at bats. There are 2 outs. Bring the feel-good energy to Citizens Bank Park with the Ghost Energy Ticket Bundle. It includes a standing room only ticket plus a $15 concession credit to grab your first Ghost Energy beverage on us. Available for all remaining Thursday home games. Visit Phillies.com/Ghost Energy to purchase while supplies last. Phillies will play a little day baseball this Thursday. Tatis is 2 for 2.
We haven't slowed him down yet. See if we can here. He's gotten awfully hot. And it does make you wonder. I mean, this guy was dealing with a serious legal issue for a long time that he ended up losing. And I just wonder if, like, the whole process that going on, now I'm not sure of the timing exactly as far as, like, the actual verdict that came out and the resolution. But I think it's right around the time he started raking again, when that was over.
Yeah, the resolution was that he has to pay.
He has to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, I mean, you tend to forget that these guys are not robots out there. These are human beings that have, real stuff going on in their lives.
2-2. 95. Hardest ball he's thrown tonight. You could probably count on, your hands how many 95-mile-an-hour fastballs he's thrown this year.
Yeah, I got to believe that he's probably emptying the tank right now. This may very well be his last inning. Oof.
That was just around the plate. It's 3-2.
Took a little bit of a deep dive into Fernando Tatis Jr. and his ability to make contact on that four-seam fastball over the last couple of weeks. I mean, he has just done a 180. Swinging the bat and making, he was swinging through so many of those fastballs early in the season. Now he's on every single one of them. In fact, this is a crazy number. His whiff rate on four-seam fastballs was 31.3%. In the first 42 games of the season. The last 15 games, 5.6%. It's a huge difference.
Fly ball left field, not deep. Turner's out. He says he has it. He's under it, makes the catch. And the inning is over. A 7-pitch at bat, a 7-pitch at bat, and an 8-pitch at bat. But Nola takes us to the bottom of the 5th. This Lou Gehrig Day joined the Phillies in the fight against ALS. Visit MLBtogether.com/4ALS to bid on Phillies commemorative bat signed by Bryce Harper. Join the fight against ALS today. Beautiful looking bat. There's the folks from Asplund who have done so much work over the years to help research, and did so much today, donating over $400,000. The Phillies as an organization, they've raised over $700,000. Wow. Justin Crawford leads it off. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Crawford. Alvarado starting to throw in the bullpen for the Phillies.
Yeah, super job by Aaron Nola of getting that shutdown inning after the Phillies tied it up.
Fly ball left field. And Bowen under it. And he makes the catch. There's Alvarado. Guess he went through his stretching earlier. Bowen had been up, but you got Sheets leading it off. Now Garcia. Adolis came in yesterday on the off day to take some extra BP. He hit an early BP today. He was 0 for 17 on the road trip. He made it out in his previous at-bat at the end of the homestand. And then the at-bat to begin this one. So 0 for his last 19. Outside. I've never heard of guys coming in on their off day to take extra batting practice.
Happened way back when in the day, but it hasn't happened a whole lot because those off days are precious. But obviously he knows he's got to work on some stuff. He's been struggling mightily, so good sign that he wants to get better. He's trying his darndest. But getting that into that rhythm.
It's sharply through the hole left side, a base hit. So that ends the 0 for 19. And a 1-out single. Time now for our live odds update brought to you by FanDuel. Garrett Stubbs to get a hit in this at-bat, plus 235.
I would not at all be surprised by some sort of hit and run during the course of this at-bat. No, it's not an easy task, but just to try to make something happen. The bottom of this order.
Runner goes. Throw is high. Off the glove of Bogaerts into right center field. Garcia didn't realize it, though.
Yeah, that's second opportunity where the Phillies could have advanced another base. It could have been on third base with less than 2 outs easily, but did not ever pick up the baseball. Got a very good jump. Another high throw from Fermin, and probably with a good throw might have had him, but Bogaerts couldn't handle it. Garcia never saw it go into right center field.
All right, so he's in scoring position. It's a good hitter's count. 2-1 to Stubbs. Fly ball, left side. Bogaerts says he has it. And over toward the line, reels it in. Two outs. Schwarber up. Our Citizens stats leader. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies. Highest slugging percentage in baseball. Ben Rice. Well, that young man's having a heck of a year. Alvarez hits the ball a mile. So does Schwarber.
How about that Murakami guy? There's a lot of people who missed on him. Didn't think that he was going to do the damage he's doing.
Yeah, on the injured list now. So we won't see him this weekend, unfortunately.
Right.
Jeremiah Estrada up in the bullpen for the Padres. They're going to walk Schwarber intentionally. So now Trey will bat with runners on first and second.
I mean, it's a smart move based on, the way that how dangerous Schwarber can be, and, the fact that even though he got a base hit his last at bat, Trey Turner's been struggling. Greg Stammen making that move.
Sweeper just off the plate, 1-0. Out toward left field. This one's not hit that hard, but it's run down by Bowen. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. Fanatic, he's enjoying his night. We'll be back.
Phillies soccer scarf. Order tickets now. Tip your cap to Dad and celebrate Chevrolet Father's Appreciation Day on Sunday, June 21st at 7:20 when the Phils take on the Mets. And men 15 and over take home a men's cap. Order tickets now.
Is brought to you by CarShield. It's as easy as call, drive, and save. And by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. It's a special Fanatic dance tonight with some of the ALS patients who we saw on the field before the ball game tonight. As we move on to the top of the 6th inning, Jose Alvarado is taking over for the Phils. Facing Gavin Sheets, and he delivers, I guess, up and in. 1-0. Alvarado's 26th game, 5.59 ERA. I thought Aaron was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I mean, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and no walks. That's a big number again. with 8 punch-outs. And, I think it's gotten to the point where Don Mattingly feels like, hey, you've done your job. You're doing us 5 strong. And on a certain point, at some point, he may let him stretch out a little bit more as he continues to improve.
Well, good velocity tonight.
Yeah.
Really good command. I mean, I know he had a few at-bats that were extended.
Yeah, and for the most part, that breaking ball was really dancing. Left a couple of them up. Did get hurt by one. It was actually not that terrible a pitch there that was hit out of the ballpark by this hitter.
Back toward the middle, right at Trey Turner. And 1 out. Manny Machado coming up. Machado's popped out, and he is struck out.
Yeah, I'm coming into this game in the last 25 games hitting 109, 10 for 92.
Yeah, that was his month of May.
That is actually his lowest batting average in a 25 game span in his 15-year career. It's just
It's hard to imagine anything lower with him. 0-2. It's only the second time in his career that his strikeout rate is above 20%. He just doesn't often. Well, he strikes out, but not at this level.
Oh, goodness.
Chin music.
Wow, that had to be awfully scary.
1-2.
I sure hope we didn't wake up the beast.
Oh, the beast has a lot of chalk on him.
Alvarado does like to throw the ball inside on right-handers. I mean, it sort of sets up his cutter. But this ball it's a scary pitch.
Off the hands, over to shortstop. Backhanded by Turner. Plenty of time. Speaking of chin music, Tommy Conwell was in the house tonight. He's here tonight. He's the guest on the latest edition of the, I don't know if it's Burgoyne Brazier Backstage or Brazier Burgoyne Backstage podcast.
I don't know who gets the front billing.
Yeah. I mean, if it's alphabetical, it would be Brazier.
Is it
Burgoyne.
High Hopes? Is it called High Hopes?
No, I don't think it's called Backstage.
Backstage? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Anyway, I walked in on them doing their podcast. I didn't know. I was bringing some stat packs to Bill Kulick and Angel.
Yeah.
And I walked into the booth, and they were doing their podcast, and Tommy started jamming like a song that he wrote. It was awesome. I somehow became part of the studio audience. I mean, I would have clapped anyway because it would have been rude if I didn't, but it was great. It's a song about Philly. He's got a broken foot. Tommy does.
Yeah, he does.
Popped up left side. Turner says he has it. Shuffling a little bit. And he makes the catch. It's a quick 6th inning. We're tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. With another dominant outing against the Padres, Christopher has etched his name into Phillies history, breaking a franchise record that stood for 115 years, passing Hall of Famer Grover Cleveland Alexander for the longest scoreless inning streak in Phillies history. Christopher's lights-out performance is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, tomorrow's matchup will feature Christopher against Walker Buehler as Christopher puts his 44 2/3 innings scoreless streak to the test against the Padres. And Jeremiah Estrada is the new pitcher as he takes over for Vasquez. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. So both starters are done. Aaron Nola went 5 innings. 4 hits and 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. And Carl just handed me this note. We mentioned before you know, he threw 95 in his last inning. Nola did. And I said you can probably count on your hands. And I almost said hand, but I didn't know officially. Hands, how many times he threw 95 this year? That's the first time.
Yeah.
But he had I thought he had very good control, too.
Good command. Good breaking ball. Nice job by Knowles.
2-1.
Back-to-back games. That's not easy to do against a team that, you know, when you play them, you pitch back-to-back like that, you just never know whether the hitters will be able to make those adjustments. Typically they do, and they did not. This guy Estrada, one of the reasons why he's coming in this situation is he's fantastic against left-handers. He's got a nasty split that he holds like a Vulcan grip. He holds it between his middle finger and I guess whatever finger that is.
The ring finger.
The ring finger. It's got to have a real name though, doesn't it?
It's called the ring finger. That's the real name.
Doesn't it have an anatomical name?
No, I think it's called the ring finger. Thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky.
Come on.
Unless you're Antonio
That's for the
Alfonseca,
layman.
then you need some more.
Anyway, he holds it right in between like a Vulcan grip. We'll take that leadoff hitter on the base paths.
Marsh is 2 for 2. In.
I said that on that split, hitters are hitting .095 on it. And left-handers are hitting just a .147.
Well, Marsh has 2 hits tonight, and the .409 batting average against the fastball includes his efforts tonight. Two and one. Two and two. A little backdoor slider.
Another couple of really good at-bats from both Harper and Marsh.
Line drive under the glove of Gavin Sheets into right field. Harper's around second, going to third. It's the third hit of the night for Brandon Marsh, and the Phillies have him on the corners with nobody out.
I mean, just a tremendous at bat. I mean, ended up working into a deeper count. Finally, he gets a pitch to work with. He gets a fastball and just spins on it. Drives it past Gavin Sheets here. Fortunately, gets underneath his glove, and then Bryce Harper off to the races, knowing that that ball's pulling Fernando Tatis all the way down the line. No chance for Tatis to get Harper.
And now the Phils have a chance to take the lead. Their sixth hit of the night. And Alec Boehm at the plate. The Padres will play the infield back, looking to turn two. Fouled away. It's 0-1.
Alex got a lot of the right side of the field to work with over there with the second baseman Song working up the middle.
That ran a little high, and it's 1-1. Broke his back. Ground ball to shortstop. Bogarts the second for one. Over to first in time, but a run scores, and the Phillies take the lead. It is a 3-2 ball game. No RBI for Bohm, but it's the second run scored for Bryce Harper.
He gets it off the end of the bat. Again, this is not ideal, but at the very least, he puts it in play and gets the run home. See if the Phillies can hold that lead, but love to see them get some more runs. Stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah, Bryson Stott is 0 for 2. Hit into a double play his last time. Had a first pitch in there for strike one. It's 0-1. Yeah, it sounds odd, but just the fact that they're able to not strike out, make contact, and get a run. Very close to the same spot. Marinaccio.
Tom's River product.
Yeah, he had a bunch of folks from it looked like Tom's River North, his high school, here tonight.
Didn't you have a special moment in Tom's River?
My last high school hit against Tom's River North. Left center field, hit the fence.
Doble?
Yeah. No big deal.
Nice.
Wasn't against Jerry Dipoto, though. We weren't good enough for Jerry to pitch against us my senior year.
Jerry had pretty good stuff.
Saw Jerry since I was like 12 years old,
Yep.
GM of the Mariners. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. I wonder why they didn't challenge that one. No, I guess it was really close. But it remains 3-2.
They do have 2 challenges left. It is odd. Tight game like this. I mean, that's overturned. The guy's punched out.
Another foul ball.
See if we can make him pay. A tough carom there off the netting that did not fall down. Pretty sturdy now.
Yeah, right. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Second time tonight that Bryson has struck out. Phillies, though, do take the lead on a double play from Bohm. Guys are on TV, just so you know. 3-2 as we go to the 7th. Now for our game summary brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Padres took a 2-0 lead on a home run by Gavin Sheets. The Phillies tied it on a home run the opposite way by Bryce Harper. It was the first home run in 125 consecutive plate appearances for the Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park. And then they took the lead on a double play ball off the bat of Alec Bohm. Brandon Marsh has a 3-hit game. It's his 6th one of the season. And now it's up to the bullpen. First it was Alvarado, a scoreless 6th, and now it's Kerkering. And Merrill lifts that to right field, and it's caught on a Vasquez catch from Adolis Garcia.
I mean, he makes that stuff look so easy, but he got a tremendous jump on it. Now that's one of those balls that, Merrill got jammed on the pitch, but his reaction time is just spot on. He was all over this. Sometimes you get false steps out there in the outfield when the ball's hit right at you. He can do it out there.
Xander Bogaerts is 0 for 2. Three and 0. And ball 4. Walked him on 4 pitches. Bowen's coming up. A quick word now from FanDuel Casino.
FanDuel Casino has 5 Huff and Puff games that'll blow you away. With houses of stick and brick bringing bigger, badder jackpots. Your home for thrills is the home of Huff and Puff. New players get 500 bonus spins plus up to $1,000 back in casino bonus.
Bowen's 0 for 2 and his first 2 major league at bats. And he takes a strike 0-1. He may have been able to challenge that last pitch, but I guess he's thinking, I'm a rookie. I'm not going to do it.
A little tough to do. They are at a premium.
That one's flipped out towards center field. That's in for a base hit. It's his first major league hit. And going to third is Bogaerts. It'll be first and third with 1 man down. And they'll keep that baseball. I think that's his family, Ruben, just because they have shirts that say Jace Bowen.
And they're cheering very, very heavily.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a really big moment for the young man. And he's off balance, but he gets enough of it off the end of the bat and just flips it over Bryson Stott's head. Really good read by Bogey to go to third base, and there's that family getting into it.
It's pretty cool, though, that they have T-shirts with the MLB debut logo on it.
Very
He
cool.
has it on his sleeve. The city of Philadelphia. All right, now Orion's got a bear down. Song the batter. He takes up and away. And Garrett Stubbs is going to head out to the mounds.
Yeah, in the early part of the season, first 5 outings or so, Ryan Kirkering struggled a little bit, but since then, he's actually thrown the ball quite well. Did get them a win out there in L.A., did give up a run. I guess to have the game tied up at that point, but ended up getting a W out of it. The Phillies picking him up.
Well, while they're pausing out on the mound, we can pause and pop open an ice cold Yingling.
I think that one's 250 years old, that particular Yingling. I bet you it's just as fresh.
Inside. And now 2-0. Thought maybe he'd take a pitch. I know nobody ever does anymore.
No, are you kidding?
It's a benefit for Kirkering because it was out of the zone.
It doesn't happen in this day and age.
Yeah, it's a good thing. There. There goes the runner from first. Pitches.
Wow.
Smoked foul.
I mean, he was a little tardy on that particular pitch. And while Bowen does run well, he did not get a good break on that. I gotta believe that the Phillies will be throwing through.
Well, particularly because they can get a strikeout here.
I mean, he almost hit this ball right out of Garrett Stubbs' glove. Good thing it wasn't a catcher's interference. Good discipline there from Stubby.
2-2. He does not go. And a called strike 3.
Wow, what a big strikeout that was. I guess he was looking for something different because he just threw a 98-mile-an-hour sinker right by him. especially after how tardy as he was on that other one.
Well, with 2 outs, the Padres are going to go to Ty France as a pinch hitter. .286 with 6 home runs. Caleb Copham's going to go out to the mound to talk to Orion Kirkering. It is pretty remarkable that the Padres are 0 for their last 26 against the Phillies with runners in scoring position. Truly amazing.
No reason to change that now.
No. First-year manager Craig Stammen, longtime Major League relief pitcher. There you go, since May 22nd. And in the season series against the Phillies, it's pretty remarkable. So Ty France, the batter. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Ty France, pretty good disciplined hitter. He's had a nice, pretty good year so far this season for Craig Stammen's Padres.
Swing and a miss.
That is by him. He is really firing that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Feeling a lot more confident about that fastball than he has been in the past. Pretty good numbers with runners in scoring position for Ty.
Ground ball back toward the middle, picked up by Turner, flips to Stott at second base, and the inning is over. 0 for 27 against the Phillies with runners in scoring position. Kirkering gets into a little bit of trouble, but works himself out of that trouble. Our drive of the game brought to you by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers on this Lou Gehrig Day 2026. The Phillies lead it by 1, 3-2 over the Padres as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Justin Crawford is set to lead things off. Now today, ALS Awareness Night brought to you by Osplins. The lineup of courage, those affected by ALS, lined up on the field before the ball game. A check from Osplin to ALS United Mid-Atlantic for $415,000. Don Mattingly, Kyle Schwarber, and a handful of the other Phils getting a chance to see some of the ALS patients. Michael Knoll, a 911 dispatcher from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, honored today during the 4th inning as part of our Hometown Hero program. The Fanatic dancing in the 5th inning with our ALS patients and their caregivers. 9th game for Matsui with the lefty Crawford to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th. And he shows bunt. It's a beauty to the right side. Sheets has it, flips to Matsui, not in time. It's a bunt single for Crawford.
I mean, to perfection. I just absolutely love this play by Justin Crawford. Definitely one of those things that he needs to have in his arsenal, and not a better time to be able to do it. Just bring it with you, make enough barrel contact to get it past that pitcher, and he's off to the races. No way Matsui's going to be able to get there before Crawford.
Well, it's a 4-game hitting streak. Now, they worked on this today for a while before the ball game. And Justin, of course, was out there while they worked on it. And here's Adolis Garcia, who's 1 for 2. 0-1. You wonder if Crawford will be off and running early. Duran is behind the plate now for Fermin, former Philly prospect.
Matsui pretty quick to the plate, and it's kind of tough when you haven't really seen, as a rookie, you haven't really seen a whole lot of guys from the left side, so it's hard to get jumps. Probably just let Adolis Garcia swing the bat at this stage.
Oh, it's 0-2.
Third year in the major leagues here for Matsui. AJ Preller, the GM for the Pods, bringing him over from Japan.
Swing and a miss. And Garcia strikes out. And Garrett Stubbs coming up.
Pretty nasty split. He throws it 27% of the time, and the hitters are hitting .059 against it. So any two-strike count, especially with the right-handers, likely going to that pitch.
Oh, 0-1. Softly right side. Nobody's covering first. Doesn't matter. They'll go to second. That was a good play by Song to get the lead runner. 4-6 on the putout.
Yeah, they really only had one play once Gavin Sheets sort of committed to go over to try to make this play. Song gets the lead runner.
Kyle Schwarber, the batter, with 2 outs. Up and in, 1-0. Schwarber up now. Turner on deck. Two and 0. Everybody knows that among active players, nobody has had more power in June than Kyle Schwarber, but he's on a list that includes Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth.
Bet that company.
Must have been some great Junes back in the day. Murderers Row.
Hitting season.
Outside, 3-1.
Yeah, nice job of laying off that breaking pitch from Kyle. I can't imagine that he would challenge him with a fastball in this situation. I sort of hope he does.
Ball 4. That'll put 2 on for Turner.
He threw a 4-seamer, but he didn't challenge him. He was hoping for a chase.
Well, here comes Craig Stammen. That's going to be it for Matsui. Matsui looks surprised. But he does have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. This is our Nissan call to the pen. Phillies have runners on first and second. Our next Phillies pregame package is 2 weeks away, June 16th versus the Marlins. Tickets are fast, but there's still time for you to get in on the fun. Secure great seats, a chance to meet the pregame live crew, and an exclusive Phillies hat. Grab your tickets at phillies.com/pregame package. Jason Adam is the new pitcher.
Yeah, he has been outstanding for these guys. See the numbers across the board, and he's got 12 holds as well. But he's going to see us. I mean, this right-hander is going to see a steady diet of that slider, and it's one of his best pitches. Very funky little delivery he's got too, with some deception. One of the reasons why this bullpen's been so good.
Yeah, Turner 1 for 3 tonight. And he taps that one up the third base line. Adam barehands, throws, just not enough on it. And an infield hit for Trey Turner. He made a nice attempt to get him, but Trey is just too fast.
I was just absolutely shocked that he even tried to make this play. I mean, it was a super athletic play for him to get down the line and to barehand it and to turn the way he did. Made it fairly close, but that's dangerous. He throws that away, and he's got a couple of guys scoring there, but he made it through a strike over there. Pretty impressive effort.
Well, now the bases are loaded for Bryce Harper, who's 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs scored. Tied the game back in the 4th, gave the Phils the lead in the 6th as he came home on a double play. And now he's got a chance to give the Phils some breathing room. 3 for 6 this year with the bases loaded, 8 career grand slams. Low and in, 1 ball, no strikes.
Heck of a play by Duran. I mean, this is a pulled fastball, sinker, and really athletic play. Saving a run.
Two and 0.
Not a lot of punch outs from Adam, a lot of contact, but a lot of soft contact as well, because he spins some funky stuff up there.
Slider tight to the inner half. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter. So he's good. If he's going to go down, he's going to go down with his best.
Harper's home run came in the 4th inning, the opposite way, 419 feet.
A really good swing on a backdoor slider. It was up a little bit. He took advantage of it and really drove it to left center.
2-2. Bases are loaded. Bouncer right side. Song charges, has it, throws in time. And the Phillies leave him loaded here in the 7th inning, so it remains a 1-run game. We've played 7. We are on to the 8th. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit Chevrolet.com. And by Rally House, your city, your house. Rally House, Philadelphia. All around baseball, players, umpires, coaches, everybody wearing the number 4 on their chest in honor of Lou Gehrig Day. It's June 2nd because that's the day that Lou Gehrig made his debut, but it's also the day he passed away in 1941. And Brad Keller will come on for the Phils in a 1-run game facing the Padres, top of the order. And Tatis takes inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
And Keller coming off of a very good road trip with the Fightins. Came away with 3 holds at a 3.00 ERA.
A bouncer back toward the middle. That's going to get into center field. It's another 3-hit day for Tatis. It's the 50th 3-hit game of his career. Well, the leadoff batter is aboard here in the 8th inning. And Gavin Sheets is coming up.
You ain't got to keep him close over there because he will steal a base if you just don't pay attention to him. At the same time, Got to make your pitches. Gavin Sheets still really dangerous against right-handers.
Rodriguez, the right-hander, Morahone, the lefty. And Sheets swings at the first pitch.
Thank you.
Out to shallow left field. Under it is Marsh.
That is helpful.
And one away. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch speed of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Oh, and 1 to Machado. Machado is 0 for 3. That one's lifted foul off to the right. Now he's in the hole 0-2. Lifetime .242 hitter with 12 home runs against the Phillies. Out to left. That one's off the end of the bat. Turner, he's pointing toward Marsh, and now Turner finds it and makes the catch. He must have lost it, or he thought it was deeper.
Yeah, the ball was hit off the end of the bat. Maybe he lost it at some point.
Everybody's smiling, so it's okay.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Now he's pointing. Just prior to that, he was pointing to Marsh like as if he had lost the ball.
Andujar is 1 for 3.
Interesting that Tatis is not even looking seemingly very runnerish at all, although he might be trying to time killer, but doesn't have a very big lead.
Here's what you were talking about, Ruben. Right there.
He was pointing right there to Marsh, takes his eye off the ball, and then, oh, I better get over there and make this play.
Two and 1. Three and two. Tatis will be off and running on this pitch.
Phillies outfield playing a little deeper with 2 outs in this situation, trying to protect that lead. Hopeful that nothing gets into a gap.
Runner goes. Ball is bounced up the third base line, and Bohm has no play, but Tatis is caught off second. A base running blunder, and the inning is over.
Super heads-up play by Alec Bohm, and not a heads-up play for Tatis, who's been around the game a long time and was just completely deked.
Phillies will maintain a 1-run lead. 4 base running for the Pods. Well, tonight, the Phillies and Osplund raised more than $700,000 for ALS Awareness Night. Pretty amazing. And the night is not over yet, but that's the money that was raised.
Just phenomenal.
Yep. Brandon Marsh will lead things off. Rodriguez is in for the Padres. This guy throws hard. And a broken bat looper out to center field. A base hit for Marsh. He has 4 hits tonight.
Got a whole face full of them. Nice smooth swing, much like we've seen for most of May, especially late April and early May. Just jumps all over that first pitch fastball, hits it off the end of the bat a little bit, but again, working over the middle of the field for another knock.
Ball's inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Bohm. Throw over to first.
You said about this guy, it's Bradley Rodriguez has a big arm. Youngster from Venezuela.
Fouled away. It's 1-1.
You know A.J. Preller, he loves international signings. That's sort of where he made his hay for the Texas Rangers and sort of made his mark in professional baseball, and why he has the opportunity to run the San Diego Padres.
A high bouncer to shortstop. Bogarts is going to take it to the bag, and he'll turn the double play. 6-3 double play. Second double play that Bohm has hit into. And now Bryson Stott will be the hitter. Duran is starting to fire in the bullpen for the Phils.
Bogarts start off his career with the San Diego Padres at second base or third base?
Well, when they originally signed him, they had Hassan Kim and Tatis Jr.
Both play
shortstop. So
yeah.
There was a thought. I mean, the Red Sox didn't want him to play shortstop either. They wanted him to play, I think, third.
I guess they felt like he had lost some of his range, but he's playing pretty good shortstop right now.
Way outside. 2-0. Yeah, I don't remember if the Red Sox wanted him to play third or second.
Well, he came up as a third baseman originally. I mean, he was a shortstop all the way through his minor league career, but then when he got to the big leagues, he played third base before moving to short.
Way outside, 3-0.
I remember talking to Gary DiSarcina, who was his AAA manager, and I guess they had played him at third base a little bit there before he got to the big leagues, and then had him play third base originally.
Three and one. And ball four. Michael, Ricky, and Ben are standing by for Phillies post-game live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. That's coming up after the ball game. Hopefully the Phillies will be talking about a win here tonight. They got Duran warming up in the bullpen. They've got a one-run lead. And they've got a chance now to add another insurance run.
Love to see Bryson Stott try to get to second base and run in scoring position. Maybe steal a bag and see if Crawford can come up with a two-out knock.
Crawford had a bunt single his last time. Outside, it's 1-0.
Pretty long to the plate. I know Durant can really throw, but might take a chance here.
Yeah, Duran, as we said, he and Fermin and the whole catching crew for the Padres have collectively some of the best numbers in baseball throwing guys out. Back toward the middle, a roller over the mound. Bogarts will take it. He decides to get 4 outs. The inning is over, and now the Phillies with a one-run lead, trying to get their 13th one-run victory this season. And Duran is going to throw his last pitch before he rolls in. This crowd is going to go crazy because the Phillies and Duran, they have embraced this whole show. Duran's entrance is brought to you by Wapner Newman, attorney at law. Little swig of H2O, and here we go.
Atención chimoso, el que quiera perder su tiempo que me aconseje, que estoy en robo pero feo, y hoy hay que darme banda. Pásame la jugada, que andamos en maneo, como ruta, que viva el teteo, el desacato, vivete la vida y disfruta.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 59,
So Duran warming up on the mound. While he does that, a quick word from Wapner Newman, attorneys at law.
Not every tragic medical outcome is malpractice, but when it is, you need a law firm that knows the difference.
If you've been the victim of a doctor or hospital's mistake, Wapner Newman uses a team of investigators, medical experts, and lawyers to get results.
We've taken on the biggest hospitals, the biggest insurance companies. We don't back down. You want lawyers that have handled these types of cases before.
If you've been injured, call Wapner Newman.
We have the track record and the experience to get what you deserve.
Well, Duran loosening up on the mound. You've got a battle between two of the game's best closers. Duran 12 for 12 in save opportunities, a 1.53 ERA, 26 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings. And for the Padres, it's Mason Miller, who the Phillies have not seen, and that's a good thing. Rafael Marchand is on to do the catching. And Jackson Merrill, the first batter to face Duran. And the first pitch of the 9th inning. Upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes.
And Duran coming off a very good road trip. 3 saves and 3 opportunities. Did not have an ERA and only 1 hit and 3 punch-outs.
Merrill fouls it away.
Oof. Careful, Bogey. That literally went right over Xander Bogaerts' head.
Low, 2-1. Merrill tonight is 0 for 3, 2 for 15 in the season series so far. Hats off to the Phillies bullpen so far. 3 scoreless innings in relief of Aaron Nola. Inside, 3-1. Mentioned the Phillies have 12 one-run victories this year, trying to make it 13. 3-2. There you go. First Phillies reliever with 12 or more saves in the first 59 games since Genmar Gomez.
Household name.
Swing and a foul tip. He got him. 1 away here in the 9th inning. That went from 3-1 to a strikeout in a matter of seconds.
And good old country hardball. He just went right after him with about 100 miles an hour up top. And nice job by Rafael Marchand squeezing it.
But now Bogaerts. Bogaerts is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He has struck out twice. First pitch outside, 1 ball and no strikes. We've got to get to our Stump the Fans trivia question brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. We'll get to that in a second. It fouled. It's 1-1. In honor of Lou Gehrig Day, who holds the Phillies record for most consecutive games played, Ruben?
I think that's a person that used to be in this booth a while ago. It'd be Whitey.
Richie Ashburn, 730 consecutive games. The 1-1. Uh-oh. Down the left field line, deep, and it is gone. Oh, foul. Woo! Thank goodness. That was just foul. Woo-hoo.
That couldn't have been more than a foot or so.
Wow. Yeah, look at that spin. I'm watching the third base umpire, and I saw him start putting his right hand up, but then the left one followed. All right, so now it's 1-2.
Pretty obvious that Bogey didn't think it was gone.
He was kind of leaning.
Fair.
Check swing. No swing.
He's going to check it.
The pitcher's called the ball. Catcher has challenged.
The Phillies have 2 challenges left, so it's worth it to do it. And just off the plate. It's not bad to do it.
No, I don't mind it.
Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
It's the right time to do it.
Well,
ways off.
Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I wonder if they'll throw him that little curveball he's been working on. Or sweeper, I guess you would call it. Nope.
And a called strike 3, 99 with the splitter. 2 strikeouts for Duran.
I mean, if this is a split, it's like the hardest split I think I've ever seen.
Oh, man, look at that movement.
Wow.
So 2 outs, and they're going to let Bowen bat here. He is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. You got to get started early. It's 0-1.
Yeah, smart decision to spin him early. This guy's looking for fastball every single pitch, trying to launch. I don't think I'd throw him a straight one.
No, you might as well just keep spinning it.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
38,763 on their feet. 2 strikeouts already for Duran. Phillies are looking to open up this homestand with a victory. No balls and 2 strikes. Duran set to go. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. 13 for 13 in save opportunities. And the Phils win it by a final score of 3-2. He loves pitching. He loves working. And they just keep sending him out there. And he is on fire right now.
Yeah, keep riding him because he's really throwing the baseball well. And another just a fantastic pitching performance for the Philadelphia Phillies. I know that the San Diego Padres are not a very good hitting team right now, but they still have some very formidable players in there. But nice job by Aaron Nola, and a heck of a job by the bullpen once again of cleaning it up for 4 innings of no-run baseball.
And the Padres 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. They are 0 for 27 with runners in scoring position against the Phillies this year. Our Chevrolet players of the game: Bryce Harper scored 2 runs. He had a 2-run home run. Brandon Marsh, his 8th career 4-hit game, as he just keeps on hitting. And our Toyota Camry turning point. Well, Phillies are down 2-0 at this point.
Yeah, this is a super clutch home run here from Bryce Harper. Gets a little breaking ball back door. It's up in a little bit, and when you make a mistake against a future Hall of Famer, that's exactly what happens with it. Drives the ball out of the ballpark, and that's your Toyota Camry turning point of the game.
Well, Brandon Marsh is down on the field after his 4-hit game. Hey, listen, it's nice to be home and get a little electricity, isn't it?
You're talking to me? My bad.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be home.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a wonderful place to play. coming back from the West Coast, the boys getting the rest yesterday, and then today, yeah, it was great all around from all of us.
Hey, great at bats today. I mean, nice, smooth, easy swing, not trying to do too much. Was that the approach against these guys?
Yeah, Vasquez has a lot of pitches that can go each and every way, and same with their bullpen. So really just trying to simplify and get on base for the big boppers,
Well, the big bopper is standing about 5 feet away from you. I mean, it's so funny when people say, they haven't hit a home run at home in X amount of days because it's such a hitter-friendly ballpark. But that seemed to just relax everybody when he was able to go yard.
Yeah, and not the pitch was a pitcher's pitch. It was an unbelievable pitch. It was painted away, backed up sweeper, and Harper just goes 420 left center. It's incredible, and it's fun to be on deck and watch that. So yeah, it was big for us, settled us in, and then we the pitching kept us in the game after that.
How cool is it to watch the big boy Joan Duran come out there and then dominate the way he's been dominating?
Yeah, I'm thankful we traded for him whenever we did. I forget, but that's not bad that you do not want to have. So we're lucky to have him and a lot of other guys, and we just got to keep this thing going.
Hey, Brandon, we've talked the last time you were on that you've batted in 6 different spots in the order. Is there anything different batting cleanup behind Bryce that you sense or feel?
I get to watch a really fun at bat every single time. I really don't try to think or make too much of it, but it's really fun watching him compete. And, he's one of the best to ever do it. So it's great to watch him and learn from him.
Well, listen, nice job tonight. It was fun to be back home and watch you guys work, and keep it going, buddy.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks,
you have a good one.
Yep. Brandon Marsh, our guest. The Phillies win it tonight by a final score of 3-2. Heck of a job to the bullpen. Duran able to finish things off, striking out the side. The crossover brought to you by Toyota is coming up next.